Whenever I really like something, I tend to kind of dive straight into it. I just started with a few tools here and there, then I just started selling some products. People seem to really like them, so I just kind of dove right in with this woodworking and epoxy that I'm doing. If I'm gonna do it, I feel like I really want to do it well and do it properly. So my name's Matthew Constant, and I'm from Penetang. I'm 26 years old. I have a small woodworking and epoxy business on the side of my career as a respiratory therapist at the hospital in Orillia. About 2 years ago now, I just started buying wood. I bought a few tools here and there just to see what it was like, and I incorporate a lot of epoxy into my projects. I really love the colors, working both with the woods and the epoxies. I feel like it just opens up a whole new avenue for woodworking. You can start fairly minimal, but it's going to take you quite a long time to kind of get things done. At the bare minimum, you'd probably want a table saw, a router, and some sort of electric sander just to be able to cut your projects to size and then to sand them and finish them nicely. A lot of people will kind of guide you in the right direction. So in terms of wood, I just kind of learned from people and with trial and error kind of where the best places are to go, and then what kind of woods to choose and pick from. I'll just find a piece of wood that I think would fit the project. I'll take it home, cut it to size, build a mold for it usually, put my epoxy in it. Once that's dried and hard, I take it out to the garage, get it all nice and flat, and finish it up. If this is a art or a hobby, I feel like it can kind of go both ways, especially with the epoxy. I feel like that really opens it up more for art, because people will even do epoxy scenes on top of a woodworking project. So it was a lot of learning it as I go along. It wasn't a huge stress for me because I was already working, so it wasn't like it was my career. It was just something that I was enjoying doing, and I found it a lot of fun. For the most part, I have a project in mind, so I've got the color for that project kind of picked out. I tend to use walnut. I really like the darker color of the walnut. So I go get my wood, kiln dried, less risk of it cracking or drying out. Take a good look at the grain and make sure it's something that I like. Take it back home, measure it out, lay it out exactly how I'd like the project to look in the end. I'll cut it to size, build a form that size, make sure that it doesn't leak. It's usually I leave it for about 5 days or a week. It's hardened, and then I take it out to the garage, sand it all down, get it all nice and flat. Put some edging that I'd like on there. Apply the finish, which I usually go with a more natural finish. And depending on what the project is, either put the legs on it, put some feet and handles on it if it's just a serving board or a charcuterie board. So then that's kind of it for a project. I really do enjoy my full-time job, and I really do enjoy doing this woodworking and stuff. And right now I feel like I have a great balance of the two of them. In 2 years, I'm hoping I can get a bigger shop so that I can do larger scale projects. I do really enjoy doing kind of coffee tables, and I'd like to get into dinner tables, as I'm hoping that I can be at that level that I can do those larger projects more often. Right now my space is kind of small for working and whatnot, but it totally works, and I love it. Would I consider myself an artist? I'm not too sure, because when I think of art, I think of more so like paintings and pictures and stuff, and I'm not good at that kind of stuff at all. So people definitely do consider it art, because people do hang these kind of projects on the walls as wall art. I think this was a great thing for people to learn and just have fun with it. There's so many opportunities just to be creative in terms of choosing your wood, your finishes, your colors, even in terms of just what you can do with it. The possibilities are almost endless. I just really enjoy doing this stuff. So I'm not kind of out to get anybody or try and rip anybody off. I just have a lot of fun with what I'm doing. I have an Instagram. It's Constant Epoxy Wood Creations. You can message me through there or give me a text. My number is 705-529-1646.